everybody, I'm Ben.
I'm Jason.
And this is the Ben and Jason Videocast. And behind me here is the most important member of the crew, Spooky the Ghost. Alright, we've got two films that we've reviewed. I chose 1979's The Great Alligator.
I didn't know it was in my movie already. Just go with yours.
Alright. So, The Great Alligator, 1979. Directed by Sergio Martina. This is an Italian film. Barbara Bach as the sultry and sexy white woman surrounded by brutal native savages. Claudio Casanelli, who plays the heroic but stiff photographer who's trying to capture in pictures the natives in their native habitat. And the villain played by Mel Ferrer, who is the stereotypical rich white guy who's trying to turn the simple natives into buskeys and he's trying to turn the island into a resort and changing their lives so he can make lots of money. But what stops this from happening? The great alligator, of course, munching and crunching on the denizens that happen to visit the island, who also happen to be senior citizens.
That's right. And I would like to point out, though, that in the overall scope of the movie, I do kind of see this happening, that a rich guy could possibly try to buy an island and so he can transform it into like a resort. So I get that part of the movie. However, I'm not so sure that an alligator would be that terrifying to most tourists, or trying to impede the progress of the resort being built.
Yeah, and the great alligator itself isn't that great. In fact, the prop that they used for the close-ups was mainly just a head with a movable or posable lower jaw, and the full-size gator, and I say that with quotations, looked like a bathtub toy.
Yeah,
with one little leg flipping around.
Yeah, like a float that you would buy like at Walmart for the pool or something like that. But keep in mind, this was 1979, so there wasn't CGI or anything like that available, and also this was during the big movie Jaws and things like that. That was very popular.
They're trying to capitalize on that.
Exactly,
the Italians did a lot of it with one of the octopus films. I can't think of it. The Last Shark as well. There was a lot of Jaws-esque films. This one, it wasn't that great whatsoever. The music, though, I thoroughly enjoyed. I love 70s films from Italy because they have that techno or drum and bass or whatever at that time. And I really enjoyed the music. That's the one saving grace of this film for me.
That's true. I don't think that the overall the plot was very convincing. The acting was mediocre at best. So on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, Ben, what would you get this?
On a scale of 1 to 10, of 1 to 5,
close.
I would give it a 2.5. The 0.5 merely for the music. Other than that, if it's a 2, I'll never watch it again. I don't know.
And I actually would give it a 2. He did like the music. I mean, the music was the one saving point of the movie. I thought the music the soundtrack was pretty good. But
see you later, alligator. To that one. What's the one?
Jumped right into it. All right. So the other movie that we watched was called Freshwater in 2016. It starred Zoe Bell, who most people know from the Quentin Tarantino movies that she's been in, and also Joe Lando, who played the Nemesis sheriff in the film. The movie took place supposedly in Louisiana, but it was actually filmed in California. So, Ben, what did you think about the overall plot of this? Do you want to tell everybody what the overall plot? What's going on?
Basically, I forgot. Basically, you have your typical teens go to a cabin by the lake, by the woods, what have you, and there is something hunting them, killing them one by one as they try to have sex, do drugs, and drink, and all that shit. So,
yeah, it's the typical stereotype.
The teens themselves are not beautiful, handsome, or whatever you want to call them. They're not entertaining. In fact, the acting was very hammy. Like, I've seen bad acting
Yeah.
But it was like it was cartoonish the way they was doing it. The gator itself was poorly CGI. It was like they didn't add texture or nothing to it. It was just a white gator shape that was.
It's like they ran out of money. And didn't have any budget left over for the.
I would mean they had money.
That's true.
But basically, I'm sorry. Go on.
The budget for the film though seemed like it was less than the 1979's The Great Alligator, which I guess it could have been. But the CGI was absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
This one was kind of on that either shark or alligator, where there's a poorly done CGI version of that creature. And there's so many of them now on the various media sites, YouTube or not YouTube, but Amazon Prime and the Netflix, whatever, and they're just horrible.
And to show you the how bad the budget must have been for this, or lack of budget, is there's actually a scene where somebody is getting killed, and it doesn't even show it. It just has the sound effects.
Yeah.
It's like at that point, just turn the movie off.
And what they do show, I guess, to create some sort of suspense, is just showing that victim's dog looking worried over the victim and kind of, whatever. And it was lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not good. So, obviously, I don't recommend watching it. Do you recommend watching it?
No, I do not.
Alright, so we're both on the same page. So, don't watch it. But if you do, let us know what you think.
In the comments below.
Yeah. And so that's going to do it for episode 2 of the Ben and Jason Videocast. Be sure to leave a comment and let us know what you think about the movies or about us in general. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Links are going to be somewhere right in there. So that does it for episode 2. Ben, did you have fun?
I did. Look forward to episode 3.
I do too.
All right. Well, we'll be traveling to Mexico.
Oh, I look forward to that.
I do too.
Well, see you later.
Alligator. Yeah,
that flowed better.
Well, it's because we take a longer break. Next time it's just going to be like me stopping my car, jumping out, running downstairs, and hello, I'm Ben.